something new is step dancing into Disney Springs.
Princess the Bear here today. We're at Disney Springs, springing into the summer temperatures, and we're gonna make it hot over at Raglan Road.
Yes, we're going to try some of their new menu options and maybe some of our favorites.
Yes, they keep stamping new stuff on the menu, and as your number one choice in foodie infotainment, we're here to investigate so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's try this luck with the Irish.
It's time to foodie and chill.
As both an island boy and a former resident of Alaska, I can appreciate an Alaskan salmon, whether it be sauteed, grilled, in this case fried. This Panko salmon is this wonderful mixture of pickled veggies, so much fennel it feels like mace, and it's delicious looking, all the way fried Panko salmon. It's like a salmon missile, pickled fennel, pickled veggies, beetroot, all the things, an avocado lime mousse, but they put new on it, so I gotta try it. We're gonna, Now, it does happen to be a Flavors of the Florida item we can't escape. Florida wants to celebrate, and we're gonna celebrate with them. We're gonna try the salmon by itself first. I'll be honest, I don't love fried fish. As a child, I overdosed on it. My family lived off fried fish. It was like our every Friday or Saturday night, our extra meal. Like when my grandmother didn't want to cook and my mom didn't want to cook, fried fish was a regular occurrence in my house. So I've sort of burnt myself out on it. I never considered, even with the amount of Asian-inspired food that we eat, doing a panko breaded salmon. The panko adds a different texture to it, so it doesn't feel like that panko soaks up the grease. So the salmon's in there, and you just the panko seasoned and flavored. The avocado lime mousse, easy replacement for a lemon wedge, which I don't love. Tasty, delicious. A nice spark of salmon. High class, even. Irish do salmon best. 4.25 out of 5 claws. Now let's get some fixins in here. Some pickled beetroot. Some blood orange. Fennel, even the fennel. And salmon. Maybe. Some of this is going to fit on a fork. Honestly, it's like the kitchen sink of pickled vegetables, but something about it just goes well with the panko and lets the salmon be salmon with a little bit of tart at the end. So you have the lime that helps cut that briny ocean flavor, but then the pickled veggies are a nice side. It's a good appetizer, a very shareable one, I think. If you like your salmon, like your fish, your Irish fish, I think you caught a catch. Yeah, catch. 4.5 out of 5 claws.
So now we have the newest iteration of a shepherd's pie, the Sheppie that went vegan. Now this is more like the vegan hottie pie and less like the shepherd that went vegan, though they are all iterations of the same type of shepherd's pie. But this one I think is a mix of the shepherd that went vegan plus the vegan hottie pie, because you have some of the pieces of the shepherd that went vegan plus the sauce from the vegan hottie pie. And there's more vegetables in this than the hottie pie. And I think this is a gorgeous pie. I'm excited. I love some farro. I love a smoky sauce. And everything about this just smells smoky. It's definitely giving more of the hottie pie than the shepherd that went vegan. It's kind of almost like the smokiness of a hot dog. You're eating one of those hot dogs with mashed potatoes and a smoky ketchup. I don't know why, but it's just giving me classic hot dog vibes. I'm not mad at it, but also it's just not a shepherd's pie. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think everything that they have here is so innovative and tasty. And to be served by Rolly, like, who could ask for anything more? I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 shepherd's pies. It's certainly better than what they have at Hollywood Brown Derby.
We always appreciate dishes that continually reinvent themselves. A Sheppie that went vegan, as in difference to like a shepherd that went vegan. All that matters really is that it's going vegan. The different flavors in the sauce. You have this lentil-based shepherd's pie with the flame-crusted potatoes on top. Irish, doing it better than everybody. What it truly is lava. Temperature-wise, mouth's on fire. I probably should have blown on it, but impatient bear just shoveled it down my throat. The farro and the lentil, great. I was worried that the smokiness, if you can just smell it wafting off the plate, was going to be too strong. But in your mouth, it's well balanced. You still get the farro and the lentil, and that sort of like tomato base. The potatoes are perfect. Nowhere on property do we get potatoes that have that level of like char on top. Like this, it's a work of art. But still soft. Potato, look at that. It's like a little treat in and of itself. The top tier shepherd's pie. And the reason why we keep going back to this dish, even when it just like changing some ingredients, it has consistently been the best shepherd's pie vegan on property. Bar none. I would give it 4.75 out of 5 claws. The new smokiness, I'm on board, 100%. There's one thing I love about our Irish he, she's, they, and none of them is they take things to the extreme. This is the salmon salad, but it's like a whole piece of salmon with a whole mountain of greens. Like, I was thinking like a salad with like salmon accompanied throughout. Obviously, I'm going to be able to chop this up and mix it, but like, this is a whole slab of salmon. A massive piece on top of an Asian-themed salad. You have tons of spinach, crunchies, carrots in here with like an Asian sauce. I even allowed the peas. I'm risking it for the biscuit here at Raglan Road. Let's give the salmon a solo try first. Make sure they didn't ruin salmon for me. The sear on the salmon is like salmon potato chip. Nice and crispy outside, soft, seasoned inside, flaky as salmon should be. I'll give that a 4 out of 5 claws. Now going all in, breaking this up, we're going to mix it with some of these healthy style greens, carrots, lettuce, peas, looks like some cilantro and spinach. It'll be a mouthful. I'll often do like a salmon salad. There have been times when we cook extra salmon at home and then I've like, for me obviously, and then mix that in with like lettuce and everything else. What I was worried about is that it would be like a chilled salmon with cold lettuce. It's hot to warm salmon with room temperature lettuce. And I think that's a great way to like sort of sell that profile. It's a very like Asian based salad, but the fact that it's not like chilled lets it retain a lot of what salmon is and salmon does. I'm still going to give it a 4 out of 5 claws, but it's a solid salad at a Raglan Road pub if you're looking for a lighter fare. And it's new, and we like the new standards. No trip to Raglan Road is complete without a nice cold Guinness. Now you can get Guinness dipped soda bread. You can just get, a mixture like a half and half. Nothing wrong with the classics though. A little bit ahead. Feels like years of oppression washed away, but cold and refreshing. 4.5 out of 5 claws.
pour all that out. And yeah, the bread pudding tastes great without the sauce. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But you know what? Everything tastes better with a little sauce. You got butterscotch and vanilla cream.
That is
Wow.
Enjoy.
I feel like this is Raglan Road's way of saying you should call them. If you hear me, you already know who them is. Don't wait for me to tell you who them is. Call them. Either way, this is a massive plate of Irish specialty bread pudding, the vanilla sauce and the caramel spread on top. Bread pudding, courtesy of Rolly. Bread pudding for bread pudding's sake. No weird ice cream on the side. None of that ridiculousness. They're just resting on the laurels of their bread pudding and their bread pudding alone. And if the Irish aren't 10 toes down, I don't know who is. There's like a slip inside of vanilla and caramel in there. And I'm still sliding. In a good direction. It's like a wee, but like slide. Think like a penguin race in Mario 64. Or like baby oil and a tarp if you're from North Florida. Like
Baby oil?
baby oil and a tarp, yes, in the ring. That's a North Floridian slip and slide, if you will. Forget the bruises, forget everything else. Don't clear the land, just jump and hope for a good time. That's exactly what this is. Like, it is a decadent mess that begs you to eat more of it. I'm not a dessert person by trade, but this is hard to refute. 4.25 out of 5 claws.
Now, I would normally order dessert, but both of our desserts are courtesy of our favorite server here, Rolly, that we have known for like 3 or 4 years at this point. And I have to say that if you come to Raglan and you don't ask to wait for Rolly, you are missing out on probably the best service you're going to get here. No shade to any of the other servers that we have had here that are amazing, but like Rolly is here, so ask for him. And I already destroyed the strawberries that were in here, so I'm just going to take the honeydew. There's like a rainbow fruit option that used to be at Finnegan's that's not there anymore, that is like giving me vibes of this fruit cup. And at Finnegan's it was like all the fruits with like a sorbet. And honestly, I feel like that's what's missing with this fruit cup. Like, I should have a sorbet. I guess Finnegan's has me spoiled now, but Raglan is still amazing, and this fruit is fresh. So shout out to Rolly. 4 out of 5 fresh.
Vegans rejoice. There is plenty of fruit for you to eat. Don't deny the power of the fruit. Is it a handcrafted dessert? No, but they're trying at the very least. Sorbet would be very easy to pick up and plop on top, but you got cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, some berries, and strawberries. Scraw, like an SK, strawberries. It would be so easy to be lazy and not just be like canned fruit. Fresh cut. You can always tell the difference between like a canned melon and a fresh cut melon. That is a freshly sliced melon. Whoever slices the melons in the back, I salute you. 3 out of 5 claws. In Disney Springs, all roads lead to Raglan Road.
And Rolly. I'm telling you guys, if you do not ask for Rolly, you are missing out hard.
You are robbing yourself from a peak experience. We have seen him evolve from working at Scat Cats to working at 50s Primetime, if that does anything to his resume, to working here, and he is the absolute best. It's a lot of the reason why we keep coming back here, in addition to the great food and service from anybody we interact with.
Yes.
Raglan Road is an underrated gym. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. I want to know what you guys think. As always, in the comments below. If there's anything else you can see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't ask for Rolly to be your server and tell him that Princess and the Bear sent you, Bear is going to yeet himself into something here, and it's going to be painful. It's going to be something concrete and painful.
There'll be no yeeting.
He rides for Rolly.
I will channel my inner Liam Neeson. I will find you. You better take care of our boy. But you heard the girl.